Hilly, 1-1 draw against Newport in dramatic fashion. How would you sum that one up?
We gave it a go, didn't we? We losing George in the first half. Just need to make sure we stayed in the game. Disappointed we conceded, but you're always disappointed when you concede a goal. And we just got to that point of 70 minutes, 75 minutes where I thought, right, we got to do something. Like, how many times have I said to you, Rick, you can only lose a game of football once. So we gave it a go. We've given it a go before. Let's not lose sight. We spoke to the lads at half-time. Let's not sit back. Let's go and attack them. And we did go and attack them and give the lads some credit. But in the end, I'm chatting to the lads at the end. Let's go and win it. You know, I thought we could go and win it. Set piece or something, we could go and win it. But I think they'd done a lot by then, and it was just a case of hanging on.
Yeah. How important was it when we went 1-0 down with 10 men to sort of not let the situation worsen and to sort of keep them at bay for that time being?
I don't think we let it affect us when we come out for the second half. We didn't sulk. The lads had come out, they felt aggrieved, and they got on to it and got on with it. And arguably second half, you could actually say we were probably the better team. But Newport have contributed to a very good game today. Typical FA Cup tie. Lots of space, lots of chances, and yeah, we were going to sell by the seat of our pants at times second half. We were going to. It couldn't be any other way. But we sailed through it, we got through it, and I think in the end, marginally, probably the better team second half. We showed our intent right from the get-go second half, and we deserved what we got.
Yeah, and in terms of the penalty itself, what was that like? Were you nervous before?
Not nervous before the game. I ain't going to be nervous, Chris. Look, there's a lot of things you can't affect. And on the training ground, we can try and affect things, and we work hard, and it's how the lads then take that into the game. You can't affect sometimes what happens in games. But at this point, within our squad of players, you can't wish for anybody better to be taking the penalty. But let's get it straight. This is not about Chris Maguire, although it's a bit of a pressure penalty. Let's be honest. But it's not about Chris Maguire. This is about Scott Quigley's run his heart out. Paul McCallum's been knocked from pillar to post. Enzio's getting in the way. Luke Kroll's had his best game he's had for us today, getting blocks in. Bailey's been 2v1 at times. Every one of them today. I mean, you've had tireless work from Nigel and Jake in midfield. And it was hard for them because they were having to shuffle across the width of midfield, the two of them. So, Chrissy will get the attention. It's a pressure penalty. But the lads behind that, the lads prior to that, gave us the opportunity to still be in the game when we got the penalty.
You mentioned that the lads felt aggrieved at half-time. Did you feel aggrieved, and do you have any opinions on the sending off if you've seen it back?
I felt aggrieved from the first 5-10 minutes watching the referee. Some very, very obscure, strange decisions. You could see right from the get-go that Will Evans was fouling George. But sometimes referees don't know the game and they're not good enough to be able to spot that. And then the assistant on the side where a group of 16-year-olds are shouting at him decides to put his flag up. It's a foul to us before. And then it was the assistant this side that told him to send him off. It was a straight red, by the way, not second yellow, a straight red. Belies belief, really, when it should have been our free kick before that. But am I surprised? Yes and no, because that performance today, in my opinion, and I'll get in trouble for this without any shadow of a doubt from the FA police listening, that performance today wasn't acceptable from the official, from the referee and the assistant aside. That performance wasn't acceptable for the magnitude of a game in the FA Cup, which is the premier FA Cup competition. That performance wasn't acceptable.
Yeah, you mentioned that we'd been working on defending in the build-up to the game. To concede one goal while we were down to 10 men, that's impressive.
No, because if we'd have conceded 2, we'd have got beat. But we had no choice other than go to a back 4. I thought we were quite solid before that, if I'm honest. But today wasn't about whether it's a back 4, back 5, whether it's whatever. It wasn't about formations. It was about a grit and determination to see the game through.
Yeah, and just finally from me, you had your moment with the fans at the end where you were going over and clapping them and they were clapping you. What was that like?
Look, they deserve. There's 1,000 people come today. There's 1,000 people come from Eastleigh, Southampton area. And you have to show your appreciation, and I'd have done exactly the same had we not won. You have to show your appreciation. There's, as we know, when I first took over, there was a few that particularly didn't want me as the manager. Might be slowly talking, getting some of them round with performance. That doesn't bother me. If they want to shout at me, shout at me. But they deserve credit today, and the lads have had a go. I tried to get the chance up today. He'll out, but they wouldn't do it at the end. They deserve a lot of credit. It takes a lot of effort, what they've done today. 1,000 people, tickets sold within a few days, and they deserve to be applauded, because still at 1-0 when we were actually on the bones of us backsides a little bit, they're still cheering us. They're still having a go, and they've pulled us through at times. The fans have today, and I don't generally give the fans plaudits, not because they don't deserve it, but today they deserve the plaudits. It's you know, it's a 3-hour trip, and for 1,000 people to come, that's brilliant. And what we need to do now, we need to get this back, and we need to get 5,000 people in the Silver Lake like we did against Reading. And they need to come, and they need to support us, and they need to get behind us and give us the opportunity to make it another memorable night in the history of Eastleigh Football Club. And if they can come, whether win, lose or draw, come and support us, give us everything, just like they did against Reading, we've got chances. But also, Newport ain't just going to come out to our place in 10 days' time and roll over and have the belly tickled.
Perfect. Cheers, Hilly.
Thank you.